Welcome back to Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25. It's episode 9 with me, MrSealyp. So we are carrying on right off the back of the previous episode, and I've got some contracts that are ongoing, but I thought I'd come over and I'll sort this out now because they're just sitting here. We purchased these at the end of the last episode, or during the last episode, as that kind of vehicle flipping thing. We'll give it a go, see if it worked. I did I did a video on this, and it works fine. So we bought the Skoda, we bought the Nardi header trailer, and I think the car was 22 grand, wasn't it? Why is that saying 24? I'm sure I only paid 22 grand for it. I didn't do any work on it, did I? And the header's just under 5 grand. Both need repair, both need repaint. It's not going to be big margins on these because, like I say, the vehicles weren't that expensive in the first place. So if we look bottom right on this one, we're looking at repaint of, what, 5569? And then repair of 976. That comes in at 6... and I've worked this out already. 6545. So we'll do the repair and the repaint on each one of those. That should bring the price up. What's that what it's saying now? 31,000 and... That's what we got into it, 31,002. That's not good. 31,658. That's a really small profit. Okay, the Nardi. What we're looking on the Nardi, 1779 repaint, 423 repair, which means we've been to it for 2202 for the repair. We'll do both of those. So we're into it for 6894. 7115. Now I don't know. Is it me? Is it just because the vehicles weren't worth a huge amount of money in the first place that I don't know. That's really strange. Do I need a more expensive vehicle? Or in update 1.3, did it all get nerfed? Did it get changed and flattened out a little bit? Because that's a profit of what, 656 on the car and 221 on the header trailer. I mean, it's profit, but yeah, when I did my testing, it was thousands. But I suppose the vehicles were a lot more. I think one was a tractor, and yeah, they were worth a lot more to start off with. Maybe the profit margins would be smaller the cheaper the stuff is, and then the more expensive you get, the more money you make. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm just looking at baler things. Is it worth it? Is it worth doing that baler for the price? But then you're stuck with the problem is with baling contracts, they're either round or square, whereas before you could just pick up baling contracts and it would be bale however you want. It's up to you, round or square. But now it specifies. It makes life a lot harder because you need both sorts of balers if you're going to do all the baling contracts, unless you're going to borrow equipment, of course, in which case it's all dandy. I'm really disappointed with that. I thought that would work better than it did. I think I'm going to go off and have a look for some more stuff for the Historical Society. I think might be the best plan. I haven't actually had a wander around town yet. I might have a wander around town in a little while, but I've got some areas out in the periphery we can be going and have a look at, I suppose. I need to get these done. I need to go back to that ploughing contract's going to take me forever. Oh, mind you, the mowing contract we should do all right off of. Oh, cotton harvest. Oh, we haven't done a cotton one, have we yet? I suppose what we could do... We've had a load... Considering this morning there was nothing. I think if I can knock out one of those contracts quickly... Well, the ploughing won't be quickly, but the mowing or the cultivating... Cultivating's going to be the quicker of them, I think. Knock one of those off and then pick up a cotton harvest. So I'll probably see you tomorrow? Maybe? That's a weird mowing setup, isn't it? Yeah, I'll probably see you tomorrow. And we'll do some cotton work. I've also been tipped the wing by Farmer Foley on another tractor, which I'd missed completely. Not gonna lie, had missed it completely. And I think I'm gonna get it if we've got enough money by tomorrow. We should have a couple of more contracts in and a few bits and bobs. If I do the mowing contract, There's going to be grass, which means we can do a silage clamp, or like I said, we can spread it out and we can get a tedder, turn it into hay, we can put it back into the clamp. We've got potentially moving forward, I might get a little mini wood production. We're definitely going to get a mini dairy because we've got the goats now for the goat milk and goat cheese. But yeah, I'll probably go out and have a look for a few more bits and bobs for the Historical Society, get those contracts done, and I will probably see you tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the moon is up. It's 6:32. The ploughing contract was done. The grass contract is done, and the cultivating contract is done. I've taken on 3 more. I said I was going to. The cotton contract, I said I'd probably see you tomorrow, but there's something I need to do. Cotton contract, I will pick up tomorrow. Well, both of them. I've actually got 2 cotton contracts. They're both on the fields next to each other. One's for Walter, one's for Noah. It's Walter's equipment, and Walter has said I can use it for Noah's. We're all good. Nothing dodgy there. So, what I'm going to be doing is overnight we're going to demolish this barn and we're going to put in a bale storage, because the 3rd contract I've got is bale wrapping. You know what that means? So what I'm going to do is we're going to put in a new like a bale storage building, a bale storage barn. And I thought I was going to put it in the middle of this forecourt here, the sort of yard. And I thought, well, to be fair, whilst that barn is usable, I'm putting stuff in it. I've taken all the straw out of it now. It is a sort of prime location and would be perfect for a bale storage. And if I've got an open bale storage, I can still use it for storing vehicles in it as well. Because I'm not going to fill it up with bales at the moment, but I can get some bales in it. So that's the next step. I bought the cultivator back after doing the cultivating job, and I think I've left the Massey over at the vehicle shop. So what we'll do is we'll put the new one in, and you guys will see that in the morning. So that one there is going to be demolished. And the new one's going to be, I think it's almost a similar footprint. I'm going to have it with the wall that end, so it's open. The company BSM are going to be supplying it. I think it works out 10 grand, and I think this one, the company's going to take it away. It'll be rebuilt somewhere else. They're going to give us 14 grand for it. So we're actually going to be 4 grand up on the whole deal, which can't be bad, can it? Can't odds that. And as far as the grass went, we got off that grass contract, the mowing contract. What was it? 116,000 litres or something like that. I think in total we're up to about 200,000 litres of grass in our silo, which is brilliant. And the fact we're doing a wrapping contract means we'll have some silage bales. Yeah. We're looking good. We're looking good. So tomorrow I've got a ton of stuff to do. We've got cotton work to do. I mean, this is the list of things moving forward. We've got the cotton contract to do because I haven't done any cotton. I want to put in another greenhouse, a small greenhouse. I want to put in a small dairy. I want to put in a small mini sawmill for the winter months. We'll do a bit. I might clear a few trees around the farm itself because we've got a few here and there. We'll keep an eye out for I'm going to do some more, look out for some more historical society bits and bobs here and there. I have been told as well, I mentioned the orbs, the crop orbs, apparently they only come out at night. And that's curious because that would never have crossed my mind. Was it Rob that messaged to say that? Well, thank you to whoever it was, but you know what I mean. Which is weird because the initial, when they did the thing about collectibles and stuff, there was a blog post, wasn't there, from Giants. It showed one of those crop orbs down on a rocky thing at the sort of a coastline, but it wasn't, I don't think it was night time, if I recall correctly. Anyway, apparently they only come out at night. So I might go for a bit of a Orbus Nocturnus, maybe, don't know. Orbs of the night. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. This will be down. You want to be up. I don't think I'm going to get onto the baling contract. I think each one I've got about 33 hours on, so I should be good to go for tomorrow. Mind you, the cotton contract's going to take a while. Well, I'll do what I can do. That's all I can do. It's early morning, it's October 2, it's just gone 7 o'clock. I brought up the cotton harvesting rig for collecting the bales. Actually, I'll probably turn the engine off on that. Oh, it does sound good. But we did start cotton harvesting last night. I thought I would get some done. We're 67% across this field, but I need to get the cotton harvester running again. I completely forgot. I went back to bed. The barn was being built. I've put a couple of the pallets, so we had a bit of lime left over, a bit of fertiliser left over. The bales from that bale wrapping contract, they're in there. Barn's up, stuff's in there, a couple of bits of equipment, that's all sorted. And then I went to bed. Woke up this morning and thought, I didn't go out AWP hunting. I completely forgot, so maybe that'll be another time. Where's the harvester? It's over here. So there you go. I think we've got one cotton bale out already. Because it's a square bale, this is the equipment that came with the contract. 20,000 litre big square bale, and then we've got another one just here. Not another one, we've got the harvester just here. When we finish this field, we've got the field next door to go. I just thought, because it's early, we'll get up, I'll get that running. I'm hiring a worker on this one. We did find a couple more bits and bobs with regard to the... Actually, we've had no corn yet. Corn's not ready to harvest yet. I'm assuming that's going to be... let's have a look. We can double check all that, can't we? When's corn going to be? Oh no. Now we're looking. Harvest season. Yeah, we're in. Oh, potentially November then for the corn. That's good. So we can get some corn contracts. If we get some corn contracts pick up, that'd be absolutely brilliant. What else have we got in the ground? Yes, see, we're in cotton now. Go a bit further down. What else we got? Parsnips, maybe. Red beet, we're still in the category for that. Soybeans still, technically. Sugar beet, sugarcane, sunflower. Haven't any sunflower contracts come up? Interestingly. I'm keeping an eye on stuff. Let's go across one. Yeah, it's more the cotton stuff. So I'm thinking maybe we're going to November, we might get some of the other ones pop up. And anything I can grab, if there's anything left over, I'm storing it. So this field needs to be done as well. We're using the same equipment on both, so that's fine. We can run from one into the other. And all of this is it's money for old rope, isn't it? That's what they say. It's money for old rope. So we're taking this down to the rope maker. Haven't been over to the rope maker yet, so that's where it's going to be going. Look at that. Glorious. So I'm going to get the worker going on this again. Because we've got another contract come up, you'll see top right. It says contract tedder grass. I haven't done a tedding contract yet. I did mention this a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when I was looking at contracts as a whole. And I said, well, I've had wrapping, I've had mowing, I've had various different baling, but I hadn't had a tedding one. And I said, I don't even know if that's a thing. And I hadn't had one pop up at all. And then blow me what happens. We get a tedding one pop up. So I'm going to crack on with that. Let's put the torch away. Let's get the worker going on here. Just need to make sure they know what's what. We should be good. Don't suddenly change direction and go off in some weird tangent. I did have a problem, say, during the night. It's one of the reasons I stopped and I did a little bit further. When it unloaded the bale, the harvester stopped completely. So I had to... the worker jumped out, I backed up a little bit, drove forward again, worker jumped back in again, and we were good to go. But for some reason, once I unloaded the bale, it just seemed to it kind of gave up a little bit. It was a bit concerning, I'm not going to lie. So anyway, yeah, we've got a busy day ahead. We're in that zone. It's great because there's loads of contracts, there's loads of stuff going on, things bubbling away, things I haven't done yet, things, and I'm excited to try. And that's good. When there's that excitement, there's that kind of passion, and sometimes you stop and think, oh, what am I going to do next? What's the next thing? I've got a list of stuff. And every day something else comes along, I think, oh, actually, I can do this as well. And that leads on to that. And, so that you get this snowball effect, but it's also opens up and new doors, things you weren't expecting as you go along. So anyway, we're all good. I'm going to let this go. I've got... Oh, yeah, we're going to get a new tractor. That was what I was going to do, wasn't I? Because the telehandler needs some work. I've taken it in. We're going to have a look in a moment. I'm going to head over there. I'm a bit concerned what it's going to cost. Oh, there we go. Someone just turned the lights on. Lovely. Oh, look at that. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact the sun's literally just coming up there. Moon's just going down over there. Look at that. It's glorious. And we get to drive that beautiful lorry, which is just, oh. Yeah, so I don't know how much it's going to cost. We've got to do some repair work on the telehandler. We've got the money, and that's the thing. You know, I've been out and I've been collecting a few bits and bobs. Depends whether I put all of the images up. I might just do short little bump so it sort of bounces through them all, or one image that shows all of them. I don't know. We found a few anyway. Someone did message me and say there was one in the barn at the main farm, up in the sort of the upper echelons, up in the rafters, and I went round that barn all over the place. I didn't find anything. That's not to say it's not there. I just personally I didn't find it, but that's just me. Anyway, I'll see you over there in a minute. And what we'll do is we'll check on how much it's going to cost to get it serviced. Hopefully not horrendous money, and then we're going to get ourselves a new tractor as well, which is going to make some of our other jobs a little bit easier, because the one we're looking at I think has a front 3-point link as well. Oh, I still didn't take back the oh, it's probably not a bad thing, the forage pickup. I've still got it. What's that, 3 months, two months I've had it now? I keep forgetting to send it back, but then to be fair, I'm going to use it because we'll whiz over and we'll be able to do the rocks today as well. What else do I need to do? Oh, it'll come to me. Okie dokie. I don't want to know. It's going to be horrendous. Oh, we've got some dings. Look at it. It's seen some work, isn't it? That's brilliant. I love it. Love it. How much is it going to cost us? Repaint. 29,900. I'm not repainting it. Repair. 12,370. That we can do. Make sure I press the right one. Do I really want to repair the vehicle? Yes, I do. Thank you very much. I'm not repainting. We're going to leave that as it is for the time being, I think. Now, I'm going to leave that there because over the way we have got the equipment for doing the tedding. So we'll whiz out and get the tedding done. Now, I don't know, because obviously this won't windrow. This is just going to ted the grass that I assume has already been mowed. This is my first foray into tedding. I must admit, actually, I've got a little bit of seed left there. I've got a little bit of squirt left over there. Was that for herbicide? I can't remember what that was for. It might have been, yeah, way back. We can take those over to the farm. They can go into the barn, can't they? But, yeah, new tractor. Although that's just cost us a bit of money. But you know what? I don't care. Let's do it. Was it under small? No, it was under mediums, wasn't it? It was a bargain, and I completely missed it. Look, the Deutz-Ford. Yeah, that gross star, 8.131. Yeah, 89,500 for the base model, which, if we get on the base model, 230 horsepower. 230 horsepower, front and rear 3-point link. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to touch the tyres. I'm going to leave those alone. Don't want a license plate. Thank you very much. Turn that off. 89,500. I mean, for 230 horsepower. We're on 170 on the tractor, on the telehandler. It'll take a bit of pressure off the telehandler, but it'll take a bit of pressure off our Massey Ferguson. With the front 3-point link, it means we can run the trailer on the back and run that forage pickup. We'll whiz over and do the stones, and then I'll go and get the tedding done. That's a good point, actually. I wonder if we can... It won't be windrows, but will it allow us to pick up the hay? We can but try. We can but try. Right. I need to lease that then. Let's buy it. So all of our work for the Historical Society is paying off. I mean, it's a wedge-shaped looking thing. You could land an aircraft on the bonnet there. But for the horsepower, oh, listen to that. I've changed my gear as well. I'm out of my Indiana Jones garb. Oh, I like it. Oh, lights are good. Straight in front of the school bus. I'm going to take it over. And I'm going to grab that pickup. Going to grab the workers completed their task. Oh, they're finished in the first field. Okay, we'll need to get them onto the second field. Because it's all going to the same place. I'm going to double check that, as I always do. Any contract work, double check. I think both lots are going to the rope maker, so it doesn't matter. This is my first, you think, 3 years on 22. You've pretty much done every contract. You've done every type of crop. You've done all the various different bells and whistles, all the permutations. I don't know. I'm assuming it works the same as it used to on 22. That if you've got 2 contracts for the same sell point, that it will take all of the crop and it will take it for one contract. Then it will start on the second contract. It won't complete one to pay out and then complete the second. It will do both at the same time, I would imagine. I didn't take it back, did I? Did I? Oh, did I leave it over by the stone thing? Oh, while I'm here. We've got a little bit of milk. We've got a little bit of goat milk. The massey's on the little water tank. That's going to be our yard tractor, I reckon. Yeah, we've got a little bit of goat milk, not a huge amount. Haven't got our second thing of mushrooms yet, which is fine. But here's our barn. And it fits in that space really nicely. So we've got a couple of pallets in there. We've got those 2 over at the store that we can go and get. The silage bales and the stuff just tucked in the corner there. Because it all fills up from that end first. So until we get sort of to here, this pillar, lined up with that post at the back, we haven't got to worry about moving that stuff. And I can always move that one over to this one if we fill it up even more, until we get more and more equipment. So let's grab the trailer, whiz over into the stone. I mean, the stones pay out, I think it's, if it's a full pile, yesterday it was 3 grand. It might not be that much today. Then we'll go and get the tedding done. I'm going to need to go back up to that field and make sure the cotton harvester cracks on with the next bit. I mean, I suppose I could do that, couldn't I? How are we looking now, honey? I suppose the time of year as well, the bees tend to go a bit more dormant, don't they, in the winter months? Can you hear any buzzing? Nope. Chickens are chickening. There we go. 38 pieces of eggs. God, the lights on that. Doits. It does sound good. I'm liking it for the horsepower. It's a good purchase. Good purchase. Water's out nice and early this morning. I'm smiling. I know there'll be a lot of people that'll be angry about me going out and collecting the collectibles. They're there to be collected. They're there to go to the museum. You know, at the end of the day, whether you ever did gold nuggets, gold coins, toys, whatever, I've put it towards a tractor. Yeah, we've got some left over, which is fine. Still, I don't know why people are so angry about the lighting and stuff. I think it looks absolutely stellar. We'll worry about, whoa, that was weird. Cool, there's a lot. Right, oh, it's going to make that so much easier. Unfold the pipe, turn it on. We have more than a full trailer today. Potentially. Doesn't seem to want to fill it up though. go. Right. I think I'm going to leave the pickup. Actually, no, we'll take pickup with us. Do that and that. Back that up until we get to the sell point for the cement. That should come up for the trigger for that. There we go. Nice. We'll take the tedder over, and then I'll head up and get the cotton going. What we're going to earn from that? I say it's like 3 grand, something like that. Yeah, 2876. It's alright, isn't it? Nice little earner every day. Even if that just covers the lease of the forage pickup and a little bit in the pocket, which can go towards paying for a worker, like we've got the cotton contract going on. Plus any of the other contracts. I've said many times before, if you pick up a small contract, it might only be like 3 grand you make from it, 2 grand or whatever. And you think, well, you're not getting anywhere towards necessarily making your fortune, but if that covers worker costs, if you're deciding to employ people from the local area, then it's well worth doing. Right, I'm going to leave this in the yard. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to drive this over to the store. We'll grab the tedding gear, because I don't know whether or not we'll be able to pick up the hay. I was going to test that as well, wasn't I? We can give that a go. We'll try it all. Right, I came up to set the worker off on the next field. I don't know. I unloaded an unfinished bale on this one, but this is a much bigger field than that one. I'm concerned we might only get an unfinished bale on the other field. This will hold 2 bales, so I'm going to load this up. This one needs to go over to the rope maker, but I want to get that tedding done as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive this over to the rope maker. Oh, way off. And we're going to see what happens with regard to the contract, because this should complete the contract on this field, and it should, if there's anything left, start. There you go, kind of on. Should start the contract on the other field, in theory. But like I said, I need to double check these to make absolutely certain. That's the tedding. That one rope maker. That one rope maker. Yeah, so that's fine. We've got a bit of a drive now, haven't we? We've got to go to there. So I'm just thinking, if we take that route round there, come right the way down and cross where the barge is, swing round along there, we're golden. Actually, I wonder if we can. Do you reckon it'll let us set a worker off to do that? Or is that a risk? I haven't done that. You know what? Should we give it a go? Create job. Go to. Let's see if we can. That's curious. Go to. Pick a target location. Doesn't seem to want to. I'll see if I can get it to work. There we go, close that down. Let's get to the road and see if we can. Maybe just because I'm in the vehicle, maybe, I don't know. This is not something I utilise very much. I never really did on FS22. I probably should have done a lot more when I was doing harvest contracts. That kind of sending a vehicle off and get it to come back to the same field ready to clip for the next harvest. I never really did it. There seems to be a lot of traffic. I've got traffic on, haven't I? Let's try again. What is the point of it? Okay. Right, I'm taking it. Oh, listen to it. I could listen to that all day long. Where are we dropping off? Is it just there? I think it might be. Well, we can try. %, transported for 37, 1% transported for 38, but the bale sat there. Maybe I wasn't in the correct place. Right, let me just try and push that on then. That's quite impressive then. So one bale did 1% of the next contract as well. Why is that one not saying complete then? If it delivered 100% of it, probably shouldn't be using it like that. Haha! 48% transported for 38. Oh, that's why. It's done it's done them the wrong way around, doesn't it? So the harvester at the moment is harvesting on field 37. It's completed that one. Of course it has. So what I'll need to do then is when that bale is done, bring that bale down here. That will complete on the other contract. And then anything left over will get paid for, but it's likely only going to be one bale, and I would say probably a partial. The problem happens is I have to keep an eye on the harvester, because if we get a full bale and we've only then got a little bit of the field left, partial bales I'm pretty sure have got to be over a certain amount to be able to unload anyway. It won't unload a partial bale of like 2,000 litres if it's a 20,000 litre bale. I don't think. It never used to anyway. Anyway, I'm going to head back up. I think what I might do now is make sure that this is done, because I'm drawing my attention to too many different places at the same time. I'm going to get the cotton done first, and then what I think we'll do, we'll get that sorted out, then we'll go and get that tedding done, because I think I'm overextending, I think. Like I said, like I always do, I'm getting overexcited, I'm trying to do too many things at once. Cotton harvesting is going absolutely fine, so you know what? I know I said I wasn't going to do multiple things at the same time, but the work is working. It's straightforward. I don't think we'll get a full 20,000 litre bale, but it will be definitely above the amount required to unload a partial bale, and that will go down. So I thought, while we're about things, I've taken the telehandler back to the farm. I'm looking at all the fall colours. Autumn. I was going to say autumnal. Autumn, that sounded really bit. Autumn. Obviously, fall in the US. Autumn. I don't depends. You might call it autumn in the US. I don't know. I know every television programme I've ever seen refers to it as the fall. It does look stunning. Now I think we might be able to skirt around the edge here rather than go all the way around the roadway. If we nip off to the side here, we can shortcut round to field 11. I say this is my first tedding one. I haven't done a tedding one before. I mean, I've done tedding before, but not a tedding contract. This is all new. Fancy. Right, so let's go to the back. Let's unfold that. It's a pretty wide tedder. I don't know how this is going to be with regard to if it's going to be... How does that look? Is there anything there to ted? This is very strange. apparently. Oh yeah, look. Oh, okay, that's strange. That was very odd. So flicking out to the side, just trying to make sure it doesn't over flick. Oh, there you go. This is my again. Like I say, I know I've said it repeatedly, but it's interesting now. The grass texture looks like tedded. Now this is more like the original Realismus modding seasons on FS17. That's how tedded, and that looks almost like straw now, which is what it used to be. Which is interesting, because all the grass I've cut so far has looked darker than that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but might come back and do a couple of those edges. It seems to be bringing it in from the edge a little bit. Now, like I say, collecting this, what I'm going to do, because we've spoken to the owner of the field for the contract, we want to do this as a test to see if it can be collected. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to come on this field and swath it. I don't think I would. It generally won't allow you to put equipment on the fields that aren't for the contract. So we might be able to pick it up. The pickup header on that is okay. But what I'm going to do is when we get the contract payment, I'm going to pay that back to the farmer. So we're technically going to, well, we just won't get paid anything for the contract. So if we can keep the hay, there's going to be a lot of hay on this field, I would imagine. So I need to make sure, the same as when we do baling, that I stop before the end of the contract, because if it comes up 100% complete, it then won't allow you access to the field and the contract is done, because all you've got to do is tedding. There's nothing else to this. So if I'm going to collect any, I need to do it before the contract finishes. And yeah, like I say, then any payment we get, we'll pay straight back to the farmer. And I suppose we can do that if we do anything like this moving forward. We could do it with the bale wrapping contract, any of those. If we are going to do these contracts and keep the stuff afterwards, I guess the best way of doing that is to pay the farmer for them. Unless it's, like I say, unless it's mowing, they just want the grass gone. If it's baling, if the swath's there after a harvest contract and they just want the field baled and got rid of, that's fine. But I suppose it doesn't hurt, in lieu of the fact that you haven't then had to do all that work yourself. All you're doing really is finishing off, and you're getting to keep it. Paying them back the money they've given you for the contract is the fairest way of doing it. Maybe a little bit more on top. If you had to go and buy all the bales or buy all the hay, it will cost more, I suppose. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud of potential ways of making it a little bit more palatable, you know? That is crazy colour. It's weird, because when I first got to the field I'm thinking, there's no grass on that field. That's very odd. Let me just go and get those last bits over there. I'm going to miss it again, aren't I? Yep. Oh no, got it. Grab that bit as well. I'm going to go down across there. Don't worry, I'll catch all the bits. I'm keeping an eye top right as well, just to make sure. I say the last thing I want to do is get to 100%. I mean, I can test the theory now. There's nothing stopping me testing it. When I do the next round and come back up towards our collecting rig, we can try it. I'm pleased there are tedding contracts as well. I think the scope of contracts available on 25 is way more than 22. I suppose, again, because, like I say, the baling contracts were all one thing, but the fact we've got all the silver and forest stuff included as well now, and I've had ploughing, I've had cultivating, we've had spraying of herbicide as well, which we didn't get very often. I don't recall having many herbicide contracts. It was usually just fertilising contracts, and having all these separate with mowing, tedding, wrapping, baling, certainly keeps you busy. Right, let's go up the top. So I'm thinking, if I get another grass contract, I might split the grass in my silo. Actually, we could get a silage clamp. There's a couple of cheaper options about. Maybe get a silage clamp, and we could split the grass. It depends. If we can keep this hay, then the grass I can either keep some just for grass for feeding the sheep, the goats, sorry, and then the rest we can put into a silage clamp. Depends what we get off this, if I say. If it works, if we get anything off this, and if we get any more tedding or mowing contracts. But I think putting grass into a silage clamp would be a good idea. I need to work out where we're going to put a silage clamp. Maybe just in the middle of the yard. We've got plenty of open sort of gravel area. I've still got more productions and stuff, like I said, I wanted to do. I think the next one we're going to do is the dairy, because we are producing milk at the moment. If we get all this stuff we're doing, farm dog, to eat. Come on. It's delivery time, so, you know. Lost me thread what I was saying, doesn't matter. Right, let's turn that off. See if this works. Oh yeah, silage clamp. Yeah. Let's pipe out on that. See what it will do. It does. Now like I say, this is not windrow, so it's going to take a lot longer to do this than it would be when you do the grass ones, because the grass is already, you're mowing it. Well, I say that, I've had 3 or 4 of the mowing contracts I've done previously on testing and stuff and on here have had mowers that have had a windrowing capability. I think I had one that popped up and I didn't take it because it didn't. It was like this. It was just a mower and it didn't have a windrowing capability, which meant it would have put it all out. It takes a little bit longer to collect, and again, it depends how desperately do you want the stuff. Whoa. I'll say that we had a bit of cloud there and we went into the shadow of the tree. Look at that bit. There we go. Now we're looking. 5,000 litres. Well, we might do alright off this. Again, it's a proof of concepts. Will it do it? Can it do it? Having not encountered one of these contracts before, didn't hurt to test. We're cracking right along. Brilliant stuff. So I'll continue, get the rest of this tedded and collected. Like I say, I need to get it all off the field before I complete the contract. Before I finish the contract, not complete the contract. And then when we get paid, we'll pay the money straight back to the farmer. Cool! Now we're looking top right. I'm just keeping an eye out on my contract as well. So that contract harvesting one, that's nearly finished. That's going to hit 100% because we've already delivered everything for that. And then when we deliver that bale, the one below it, bizarrely, the harvest is done on the field, but we just haven't delivered all the stuff yet. And then that should hit 100%. If there's anything left over, we'll get paid for that. Let's back off a bit. Okie dokie. Ladies and gentlemen, a word of warning. The contract complete, and this is the so this is new. So we're saying the way contracts work on in game now, being that whereas before the contract would finish, but it would let you carry on. You could finish harvesting, you could finish cultivating, you could do whatever. It would just say contract finished or contract complete. And it was always that thing of you could stop and say, well, the contract's done, I'll collect my money. Or if you were being a good citizen, you could finish off the field if you wanted to. 25 doesn't do that. 25, when the contract finishes, it finishes and stops. Bang. The equipment and machinery you've got on the field that you've borrowed or you've bought your own on, you cannot use in that field anymore. And here's where we've got an issue. Because we were doing 2 contracts of the same crop type, both going to the same sell point, And because it delivered it the wrong way round, like I said, it does sometimes, and it never used to matter. It matters now, and we're going to see when we go and deliver now, because if we go and deliver and we haven't got enough, this is where the problem is. So we had harvested all of that field. When we took this cotton down, it delivered it for this field. So this field, all of the cotton had been delivered, but it wasn't, it was for that one. So we then, a little bit left over, delivered some for that field. So we were continuing to harvest this field, which meant anything from this field was going to be used to finish the contract for that field. The problem was, once this hit 100% complete, everything had been done, and it was, as far as it was concerned, the contract on this field is done, because all the crop had been delivered already. It left all that entire row. Now, there's not a lot there necessarily, but that entire row now cannot be harvested, because as far as it's concerned, the contract is complete. Now, like I said previously on 22, that wasn't a problem, because you could just carry on if you wanted to the end, which with harvesting contracts you absolutely would. Now I have got nearly a 20,000 litre bale, not quite, which I can unload. I can unload a partial bale. But when I take this to deliver it, if that's not enough to complete the contract and it needed that extra bit, the advice then is you can't do two contracts of the same sort to the same sell point. I'm deeply troubled now. Tell me what I'm going to do as well though. Let's go to here. Let's go to our settings, turn that on. We need to make sure that our automatic drop is now turned off. Oh, it's off anyway. Cool. Unload unfinished bale. We're going to do that. Wow, that's... I'm not sure. Because it did say we'd only delivered 48%. We're going to be ever so close. Oh man, that could be the difference between completing the contract and getting absolutely done over. No! Result with the hay, not so good with the cotton. Well, we'll see when we get down there. Panic mode. I was going to finish off on the hayfield, and I suddenly thought, well, it suddenly dropped off. I was looking top right, and it suddenly went. It was saying 97%, 98%, and then it disappeared. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. It's showing us complete. And I thought, I better come up. You know, but just better come and check, just in case. Oh dear. Right, I'll see you down at the rope makers in a minute, and I'll finish off with the hay, I think. Oh no! Always keep your eyes open, people. Always keep your eyes open. I was just driving past the spinnery, and I thought, oh, I haven't been up to the spinnery yet. Historical Society finds, you know how it is. I came into here, and look, I'm assuming it's the typewriter. Could be the gas bottle. I think it's the typewriter. It is. So as far as it goes for paying for the hay and stuff like that now, I'm just really worried about this contract not working. Oh dear. Please complete. What do we get? Oh, alright, 8,442. So, that extra little bit would have been a little bit on top, but that's good. Contract did complete. Oh, blimey. Okay, and breathe. Right. Back to the hay contract. I'll take this back. Harvest will be collected by the farmer. That's 2 more contracts done. I think one was 12 grand, one was 6.5. So, on top of the 8, what's that, 20, 26 grand for a couple? That's alright, isn't it? It's 9:29. We are complete on the hay contract. It pays, I think, 314. We can have a look. 2394 because we borrowed the equipment to do the contract. I'm going to pay them back about 4 grand. We'll collect on that, and I'll pay about 4 grand. I think it works out if you're buying bales. I did double check it for 64,000 litres worth because each hay bale is 8,000 litres for the square ones. It worked out at about 12 grand or something like that. So we're getting it loose. It hasn't been baled, and we're getting a bit of a discount. So we're reimbursing for the hay as a loose product at a slight discount. I mean, end of the day, we've collected it all. We've done it all. So yeah, I'll move about 4 grand. Oh, I didn't even... Oh, if I complete the equipment to go back, I need to drive this back, don't I? Otherwise, I've got no gear. Got no gear to get back. And on that exciting ending, I mean, it was, you know, it was touch and go with the cotton. I wasn't sure the hay situation would work, but there's no reason why it wouldn't have done, considering all the other things have and had. We've got a nice tidy bit of hay, so we have got some hay. We've got some we've got some grass, and we've got a little bit of straw, not a huge amount. So we have got some for bedding if we need it. We could probably do with more straw. But until we come round to the next harvest season, we're not going to get any more straw unless we buy bales, which we can do if we absolutely had to. So, like I say, we're going to be looking at probably doing some buffalo. So we've got dairy, yeah. As to all the things I talked about earlier on, all the things I'm planning, all the things I've got in my head, and we'll see what other contracts come up, because there've been some stuff that's appeared that I wasn't expecting. And like I say, as we move into November, I'm assuming we're going to get the corn contracts and stuff come up. So maybe we'll do a bit of corn harvesting. If we get anything left over from that, we'll stick that into the silos. And as I always do, is just stocking stuff up, because you don't know what products you might make, productions you might do, what animals you might do. If you get anything left over, unless you're desperate for the money, you just want to sell it all, that's fine. But if not, doesn't hurt to keep hold of a bit here and there. So anyway, that's the end of another episode here on Riverbend Springs. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.